So TikTok took down my other channel, even though they were shadow banning it. It was starting to make some traction, and of course they had to remove it. They didn't give me a reason. They just said I had too many violations. So I'm sure the liberals complained because I had a couple of videos really praising AIPAC. Now, and I'm no elite and I'm no warmonger, but AIPAC is responsible for getting a couple of those squad members out because it was CEOs. It was CEOs. Like the CEO of Home Depot, who's a big Republican, and Apollo Group. Now, the bad actors, those communists, some of them claiming to be MAGA, you know, Dave Smith, and I mean, he's not MAGA anymore, but he never was. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Candace Owens, you know, all the ones I could bring up all the time. All of these bad actors have this problem with AIPAC, and what's concerning to me about that is that no, AIPAC helped us because we have two less communists in government. Okay, these people are not about America first. They're not patriotic towards America. They have one agenda. It's communism. And why Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker, Candace Owens, all the rest of them, all the comedians want to push that AIPAC is the problem when AIPAC and these CEOs funded to make sure these people would not get into their seats again is a win for America. But what I want to know, because of a post that Donald Trump posted today, and I'll show it in a minute, is why they've spent so much time talking about how Israel or AIPAC should not be allowed to have such influence in our country. And then Donald Trump posted this. Not that it really matters, but a terribly untalented writer for badly failing Forbes magazine, Dan Alexander, who probably can't get a meaningful job in the business, has written so inaccurately about me that it is ridiculous. Many others also. The media is mostly fake news, but Forbes doesn't even try to get things right. I haven't spoken to these sleazebags in years. They don't want the facts, and they're so inaccurate purposely about everything. I would have thought Forbes would be dead by now, but it continues to hang around like a bad disease. Key here, where I highlighted, isn't it owned by a hostile nation? Forbes owned by a hostile nation, you say? Anyway, that's what happens when you have bad reporters with evil intentions. Eventually the publication dies. I've happily seen it over and over again. So the key part being here, because all we hear about is the foreign nation Israel having such a major influence in this country. Oh, no, no. No, no. No, not compared to this. Isn't Forbes owned by a hostile nation? It is. This is Steve Forbes in 2014. Forbes Media sold to Hong Kong's Integrated Whale Media. That's what it's called, Integrated Whale Media. Now you might say Hong Kong's not a hostile foreign nation, but they're not considered a nation. They're not a country. Hong Kong is not a country, but a special administrative region of China. Its foreign policy and international stance are ultimately controlled by Beijing. Integrated Whale Media Investment Inc. provides investment services. The company provides public and private equity investments. What you need to know about this is about SPAC, because that's how China is tied to it. After a long wait, Forbes Media has announced it is heading into a SPAC deal, I'll explain that in a minute, for the company that has made the name Forbes synonymous with business and financial journalism. The shifting journalism landscape has brought ups and downs over the years. A SPAC is a special purpose acquisition companies. These are shell companies that raise public funds to acquire a private company. SPACs are also called blank check companies, meaning investors are contributing funds to a company that has no concrete business plan. And the way that this relates to China, in China, the SPAC regime was introduced on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in 2022. Forbes and China-linked SPACs are connected through Forbes' attempt to go public via a SPAC backed by Chinese investors. Hong Kong, China, so it's China owned. Forbes is owned by China. They own like 58% of it. They've tried to get some American to come in, but it's still being controlled by China. Now, what do you think is more the concern of the hostile foreign influence? AIPAC, who has literally campaigned to get some of the squad communists out of our capital and or out of the House? Or is it this? Is it the people, the foreign, hostile foreign nation that owns an American media company, Forbes? I don't think that that's a hard one to pick. China-backed Hong Kong blank check company buys Forbes Media in deal that values publisher at US $630 million. Integrated Whale Media Investments is a Hong Kong-based investment group that acquired a majority of stakes in Forbes Media in 2014, marking the end of 97 years of family ownership. So, you have to sit back and then say to yourself, are all of those people, Dave Smith, Candace Owens, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker, you know, the whole group, are they all stupid? I don't think they're stupid. I just think that they serve the communist agenda. And I think that that would be hard for Americans to see. But this is very simple to see who the foreign influence is. The CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, controls Forbes, controls a major media in this country. That is the bigger danger and influence. Yet all of these people, some of them being, politicians that are in office, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tom Massey, Rand Paul, have continued to carry on about AIPAC. Yet AIPAC is literally a bunch of CEOs that funded heavily to help America so that there would not be communist. And it was on the up and up. The reason the squad has been going after AIPAC is because they hate Israel. Again, they all stand with Hamas. I mean, they've made that clear. But that's not even that. It's not that AIPAC will go after anybody that supports Palestine. That's not it. It's because of the hateful place they go to. Look at Candace Owens. She's literally become possessed by a demon. She's so obsessed with her hate for Israel. And yet these people are so obsessed in their delusion of AIPAC being this enemy. And I'm sorry, no, the enemy is very clear. This is the enemy. And it controls a major media company in this country. So are all those people stupid, or do they just also serve the squad? Since I don't think they are stupid, I think they serve the communists, which is why they too, even though they claim they don't support that New York City mayor that's running, they don't support his policies, but he's really, talking to the people of New York and reaching them. Right. So AIPAC has literally been a friend to America. These CEOs didn't have to put their money on the line, but because they did, they got a couple of communists out of our government.